Strike while the iron is tepid, as my dad would always say. Before he died in that collapsible ironing board accident. Rest in crease. So yeah, this we are playing. Calm down. I always intended to play this, but Long Dark was going on longer than expected, which I perhaps should have expected given the name. What I didn't expect was for this game to become the new hot shit damn near everywhere. That was quite surprising, because these games are often divisive. I'm going into this super blind. As of today, I've only messed around a bit with the character creator. I haven't gone further than that. I haven't even seen the intro cinematic, which I think was the second trailer. All I've seen is that first trailer, so really blind on this. All I've got to go off is past knowledge of Dark Souls 1 to 3 and Bloodborne. I haven't played Demon's Souls because I didn't have a PS3 and I can't get a PS5, which is a PS take. So classes. I most recently replayed Dark Souls 1, so I'm probably going to be comparing it to that a lot. As best I can suspect from looking at these, you can actually, yes, you can get the stats up there. It looks like these are analogous to. If you haven't played Dark Souls 1, this next bit won't mean anything to you. But basically, from what I can gather, the comparisons are Knight, Vagabond is Knight, Warrior is Wanderer, Hero, I guess, is Bandit, and then confusingly, Bandit is what was Thief. Easy to follow. Astrologer seems to be your Sorcerer. Prophet seems to be the Cleric. Samurai, I didn't think aligned to anything, but they do actually, if you can see there, have a little bow and arrow, so that might be the closest to Hunter. It's a sort of specialised dexterity build anyway. Prisoner and Confessor, I just don't know. They seem entirely new. Prisoner seems to be a dedicated sort of spell sword class, which back in Dark Souls 1 they didn't have a starting class for it anyway. And then Confessor is I have no fucking idea actually. As you can see, the stats here are mostly self-explanatory. Vigor, HP, also affects fire resistance and immunity. Wait, I feel like we need a comma there for clarity. Is it fire resistance and general immunity, or is there such a thing as fire immunity in this game? Considering their penchant for dragons, that could be useful. Attribute that determines FP also affects focus. What? FP was focus, wasn't it? Focus points, that's what it stands for. Oh god, I'm already confused. This is going to go well. Attribute governing stamina, yes, this is always more or less the same. Also affects robustness, whatever that is. This attribute also determines how heavy your equipment can be. Yes, we probably need that then because of our struggles with equip load. Attribute required to wield heavy armaments also boosts attack power, strength scaling, affects your physical defense. Yes, the most self-explanatory one. Dexterity required to wield advanced armaments, basically thinner swords, more technical weapons, quicker jabby folk. Reduces casting time of spells, softens fall damage. That is new. Okay, well I might be putting... That was what I was looking at anyway, but there's might be putting a lot of points in there if it can soften fall damage. That seems a crazy good thing to have. And makes it harder to be knocked off your horse, which I guess is a kind of fall damage. Hopefully, it just occurs to me, hopefully all audio things are going okay, because we're back on the PS4 again, and I think I've got the levels alright. I mean, there's really no telling until someone either tells me or I check the recording at the end. So, wasn't much point mentioning it, really, was it? Faith. No, intelligence. That shows how much of that I have. Attribute required to perform glintstone sorceries. Don't know what a glintstone is, I guess we'll find out. Boosts magic power of intelligence scaling sorceries and improves magic resistance. Jolly good. That's all your magic boom boom pow ranged weapon stuff. Faith. Sacred incantations also boost magic power of faith scaling incantations. Yep, that's it. A different kind of magic. Miracles in DS1. Now this is the weird one from what I've heard. Attribute governing discovery, item discovery, that's fairly standard. Also affects holy defense. So defense against faith things, I guess. Vitality. Can you see the confusion here? Is vitality different to vigor? Because these games have fucked around with what they call it. They've never just called it HP. It's vigor, vitality, gusto in one. Don't look that up. It was a spin-off anyway. And certain sorceries and incantations. So no one knows what the fuck arcane is. Wasn't that final slot, like luck in one of the games or something? I don't know. But arcane was first a stat in Bloodborne, I believe. And I don't think there's anything Eldritch going on in this game, but time will tell. So, in terms of who we're going to pick, I have had a look at these chaps beforehand. Already there's some lore going on there with the appearance of the prophet. You know, either perhaps they were punished for a crime they didn't commit and locked up in the stockade. Or maybe they just got their heads stuck in a toilet. There's so much potential lore there. Obviously, I'm drawn towards this fellow, because why wouldn't you be? With that fetching headwear. I very nearly thought... So basically, I've deliberated a lot about what sort of direction I'm going to take this playthrough in, mainly because I keep hearing about how fucking long this game is. So strap in. The Long Dark was it was a second longest LP. This is probably going to beat all of them. But anyway, I was thinking about this guy because he seems like what we're going to end up sort of speccing towards, in that he's sort of high dexterity, high intelligence, a spell sword, as I mentioned. However, it behooves me to mention that I can't help feeling tempted in this fantasy role-playing game to buy into the ultimate fantasy role-playing, that is astrology. If you're gonna give me that, then I'm kind of tempted to go with that. And then I think, because this is only a starting class, we will lean more towards spell sword going later on. But yeah, basically that the astrology bit is locked in. So, there we are. Pseudoscience is go. This confused me a bit first. This is just what they're using for male and female. So, FromSoft, weird wording is their thing. So, okay. Now, as I say, I've been thinking about where to go with this, and the last sort of character creation RPG we played was even now I'm still doing it. Outer Worlds. And we had Duncan Spiv and all the rest of it with his purple hair and his just stratospheric stupidity. And I was deliberating here about, do I want to make a ridiculous looking abomination or a normal looking person? And I think what I've settled on is going somewhere in between, and I'm going to recreate me. So, which is what I usually do in my first playthrough of Dark Souls games. So, and yes, Flinter Twinst is the name I've gone with since Dark Souls 1 for whatever reason. Just sounds kind of fantasy-y whilst also sounding a bit stupid, which kind of suits me. Age only affects appearance, has no bearing on ability. If only that were true. I guess I'm mature now. Like I say, I played around in the character creator, and a lot of the young voices sounded a bit too young for me. As much as my voice still breaks on the regular. We'll go with that. No keepsake. The past has been well and truly left behind. Crimson Amber Medallion. I didn't actually look at these. A medallion inlaid with Crimson Amber increases maximum HP. Okay, so again, these seem analogous to the Dark Souls 1 things, like the, what was it, Little Beings ring? Anyway, the ring, little pink ring that, sounds rude, gives you extra HP, slightly. That seems to be the equivalent of that. Lands Between rune. The gold of grace shining in the eyes of the people of the lands between. Fuck me, okay? That's downright like scripture. Used to gain many runes. Okay. So as blind as I am through just sheer osmosis of being on the internet and the circles I'm in, runes I think are the souls of this game. So that sounds like a immediate pop for like a soul item. Golden seed washed ashore from the lands between, said to reinforce sacred flasks. Well, that's pretty one-to-one. If flasks are involved, that'll be our Estus equivalent. And if it is like DS1, they're pretty rare, so I might even go for that. Fanged imp ashes. The ashes of small diminutive golems. Ashes are said to hold spirits within. I haven't a fucking clue what that could be. Firekeeper soul? Like, is it something like that? Well, who knows? Cracked pot. 3 strange cracked pots that somehow mend themselves. A container for certain thrown items. Okay. Something to do with the projectile then. 2 stone keys shaped like swords. Breaks the seal on imp statues but can only be used once. Okay, so like a Pharos lock... No, I'm getting confused. Not Pharos Lockstone. What? The petrified people in DS2. Fragrant branch of yore, that's it. Maybe it's something like that. That could probably be useful, but considering I don't know what imp statues are or any of the rest of it, I'm worried I would just fucking waste it somehow. Oh, speaking of branches of yore, maybe this is 5 sacred branches charged with beguiling power, said to originate from the demigod Michaela? Is it as simple as Michaela or Miquella? Miquella's got a sort of Mediterranean tint. Tint? Is that the word I was going for? Stint? Sounds a bit Spanish. Anyway. Boiled prawn. Same to you. 5 pieces of boiled prawn. Boost physical damage negation. Well, that's as simple as it gets, I suppose. Sure. You know what you're getting there. Oh dear, guys. You didn't format the text very well here, did you? The crazed likeness of a noble whose eyes have been gouged out attracts enemies' aggression. Shabiri's woe. Well, Shabiri can keep his or her woe because I ain't touching that shit. You don't need to make these games harder. Well, no, you don't need to. A lot of people want to. But that's their kink. So I'm thinking, as basic bitch as it might be, I am actually thinking about the medallion or the golden seed. just because I'm fairly certain what they're going to entail. I guess I know what that is as well, but if it's like Souls, then you're picking them up all the time everywhere. That feels like a bit of a waste. Yeah, I'm going to go with that, just given how prone I am to fucking up. And I'm going to, by the way, I'm going to try and not make this entire first part of the stream all in the character creator. At the same time, I make no promises. The most common face among the tarnished. After all, they were all warriors once. Oh, I see. Truth Seeker. Truth Seekers are all bold. The face of an austere pilgrim. There are many roads to truth. All of them require less hair. Aristocrat, a regal face found among those who claim noble blood in the lands between. And we keep hearing about the lands between. I wonder if that's what this overall world is. The world of Elden Ring is called the lands between. Maybe. Loner. Yeah, I mean, certainly. Well, I don't know, actually. Seems to have a few friends at fucking Tresemme, but face found among a proud and seclusive? Yes, that's a word. I'm used to hearing reclusive, usually directed at me and with laughter. Tribe of folk well versed in ancient legends and heresies alike. Alright. A face found among the hardy people of the unforgiving north. Some say they've descended from giants, and say Bath like Bath. Seafarer, the face of one who wanders the seas in search of their home in the lands between. Fucking pirate. Reedlander. A face from the faraway isolated land of reeds, where blood is a familiar sight. Okay. There's always been some... Just checking out his arse there. There's always been some debate as to whether these are meant to, you know, relate to real world continents and stuff. Like, you know, you could say that is sort of European, Scandinavian maybe, I don't know, and then there's something like Asian going on there, or I'm mainly going by the hairstyle, but and then as always, black people get a really raw deal in these games. The Japanese have I don't know, Japanese developed games are just they've got some way to go in certain areas, let's put it that way. The stony face of the people of the ancient dragons, among whom life is typically short. Really? Dragons used to be everlasting. It was even in their name. The features of those known as night folk. Few in number, they were said to bleed silver long ago. Okay. Newman. The face of the Newman. Supposed descendants of denizens of another world, long lived but seldom born. So they're old men, really, rather than Newman, but okay. And that's just sort of a caveman, isn't it? Okay. Well, if we're going for me, then obviously we're gonna want this. The pastiest motherfucker you can find. Age. Oh yeah, we already did that. Right. So yeah, like I said, I think I tried out these voices and settled on mature one, but that's not me, surely. I'm gonna calm down. That was just funny. That does. None of these sound like me, but yeah, fuck it. This is your hard session in the bathroom soundboard. someone drop me a beat. Okay, sorry, I'm messing around now. Skin colour. Fucking white as the driven snow. And I don't even drive. No, I'm not actually a vampire, let's be honest. Just borderline. Yeah, it's fantasy. Let me have a bit of a tan. Right. Alter face and hair. Honestly, that's not a million miles off my hair already, to be honest. It is shorter at the moment, but most of the time it fucking ends up like that. Face template. Bone structure. Good God. How deep does this go? I sort of only scratched the surface when I was messing about with it earlier. Shit, I don't know. I like to think I'm pretty good at these by now, but I guess bone structure is not a common feature in character creators. Form emphasis, weak or strong, and it's already all the way at weak, so then probably should keep it there. Ah, yes, there's the face of a strong man. Or fucking Pinocchio, I don't know which. Yes, I'm sure the internet is already rife with the crazy clown people you can make with this. Apparent age, 215. It feels like it sometimes, but no, not actually. I guess that's just an amount, not an actual age, otherwise... Yeah, I don't know. I don't actually look as old as I am. So, believe it or not. But yeah, fuck it, put it there just because I can't, you know. Facial aesthetic. Masculine or feminine? Yes. That's what women look like. Big cheeks and big eyes. What? Okay. Well, I'm not overly masculine either, but I'm not that. I'm not a fucking doe-eyed anime boy. Put it at 75, that's somewhere in the middle, isn't it? Certainly not a Chad, but certainly not a... whatever the other thing was. All good. And by all good, I meant, oh god. Nose size. Bloody was. Oh, okay. Yeah, I kind of feel like I pull this face a lot. So I guess, of the two, if those are my options, we'll lean more towards the screwball face. Do I have more nose to forehead ratio? Okay, I guess I have more forehead. Face protrusion. Oh, okay, yeah. This is where I have to decide between accuracy and just how unpleasant this is going to be to look at. Although, you know, a lot of this is pointless in Souls games because you start playing and you immediately put a fucking helmet on. So, for the entire game. How much does my face protrude? I don't know. It's not great, let's be honest, but we'll put it there. Vertical face ratio. Not even quite sure what that's changing. The eyes seem more sunken, so I guess I'll go with that. Probably safe not to leave any of them at the extremes, but facial feature slant. Oh dear. I do have something of a furrowed brow, but I don't know. I've been told that I have that the features of my face are too small for how much face I have. Like somebody drew a really small picture on a massive canvas. So I've tried to take that on board. Even though my therapist says to, you know, not dwell on it as much, but horizontal face ratio. But I don't even know what I'm doing with that. Let's just leave that in the middle, because fuck, you know? Yeah. Forehead depth. Oh, okay, physically, not metaphorically, right. Well, I'm not a caveman, but I certainly don't look that naive either. 220 seems alright. No, my eyes go about as far back into my head as possible. So we'll go with that. This looks so shit already. But, you know, if it's me, then it works, doesn't it? Nose bridge height. I'm actually prodding it now, and I have no idea. This is... I can't tell if this is, like, too in-depth or not enough in places, but... Bridge protrusion. Oh, I see. Kind of. No, I don't. Fuck it, leave it in the middle. Concave. Yeah, a lot of my face is sort of cavey. A lot of people have said they want a cave in my face more. So, I guess it's not completely concave. Nose bridge width. Well, that doesn't look right. And neither does that. So again, we're gonna fucking leave it somewhere in the middle, I think. Ooh, oh, brow ridge. I can't even really see what that's changing. So I'll fucking leave it. Oh, okay, eyebrows. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a human face. I don't know. I've been told I have resting bitch face, so I guess these need to be... Not that, but... yeah, more on that side of the scale, I guess. Oh, no, that's resting twat face. It can't be that bad. Let's go with that. Got to give myself some credit here. Eye position, relatively on my face. Most of the time. Yeah, I'm going to leave that in the middle. Eye size. Let's knock that down a few. Whoa, no, that's already looking weird. Okay, right, if that's normal, then let's just do one less than normal. My eyes are small, but not beady. Or I hope not, anyway. In, out, in, out. See a doctor immediately. I guess they're slightly more in than out. Eye spacing. Oh, wonderful. We can... Oh, the temptation to just go with a cross-eyed character. Or that. But no, I'm neither of those things. Despite how confused I sound a lot of the time. We'll go with that. Nose ridge pass. No, didn't we just do nose ridge? What the fuck? Perfect. Oh god, there's something Michael Jackson about that. That really isn't healthy. Let's leave that alone, I think. Nose ridge length. Yeah, my nose is slightly more prominent than I'd like it to be. But it is somewhat narrow, which is good. because I don't want a great big honking mushroom. No offense to anyone who does have a great big honking mushroom, but just doesn't quite suit me, I don't think. Nose tip height. Oh, I don't fucking know, do I? How often am I staring at my own nose? Nose protrusion. Oh god, I thought the frame rate was meant to be better on PS4. If this is chugging now, what's going to happen when we actually start the game? Okay, that's where default is, so 1, 2, 3. Nose height. Slightly higher than it should be, I think. Nose slant. Yeah, my nose is very left wing. Okay, I don't know what that does, but when I move it around too much, it looks inhuman, so we'll leave it there. So we got nose ridge, and nostrils. Christ. That looks horrifying. And so does that. So let's leave it in the middle. Nostril size, they're pretty small. Basically, you could cover my mouth and I would die. It's that's the sort of size we're talking about. Yeah, again. Well, okay, not that. But certainly not that. Okay, we go in the middle. 1, 2, 3. Oh, but now my nose is tiny. My nose isn't tiny. What are you doing, game? That looks worse. Oh god, I'm ruining everything. Just... Fuck. This was a mistake. This was already a mistake. Everything's going wrong. Just... Ah, shit. Just tell me the size of my fucking nose. Fine, that's it. Fucking tiny nose. Freak of a man. Cheekbone height. I at least know this one because it's basically all... Okay, well, it's not that, but in some games it's the high end of the scale. We'll put it there without trying to look ridiculous. I am not gaunt in the slightest. I am the opposite, whatever that is. But yeah, this is kind of where it becomes rather unflattering. Maybe I should have just picked an abomination. I mean, I'm creating one just by accident. It's so... This isn't me, is it? Now it's me. Okay, this is horrifying. Lips, I have really tiny lips. From what I have gathered. Kissing me is like trying to find the start of a roll of sellotape. It's not a good time. But at least they don't protrude too much, so you can just kind of ignore that they're there and any words that are coming out of them. It's not that. It's not that bad. But, okay, let's try and look human. I think I'm failing at that, I'll be completely honest. Oh, fuck. This hasn't gone well at all. Maybe we can save it with the mouth. Doesn't seem like I'm really saving it, does it? It's just normal, please. Make me look more normal. you know, somehow. Oh, now I look smug. I don't think I look smug. Do I? Ugh. Oh god. This is where it all goes wrong. Mouth-chin distance. I don't like what that does. Fuck. You know what? I'm gonna, yeah. I think I can't remember now because it was like the first attempt. I did several attempts at this beforehand. Okay, and I'm actually just gonna check if I saved any of them or if I like overwrit them because there's like save to favorites here. Oh, I did. Excellent. Okay, well, we'll just go with that rather than that. Because that's basically it. Hello, a little princess. You join us in the most horrifying character creator section of this. We're trying to create, believe it or not, a facsimile of myself. But it's gone really terribly, and I've actually defaulted to one I made earlier, in true Art Attack fashion. Wait, was that Art Attack or was that like Blue Peter? I don't know. But yeah, I think we're gonna go with that. The main thing is you've got the bags under the eyes. I think that's the most important defining feature of me, really, and the messy hair, and the kind of shit facial hair. I mean, I look kind of like a serial killer, but I don't know. I guess we'll go with that. How much of a stream has been wasted on this already? It's probably an hour, isn't it? It's probably close to an hour. Fuck. Okay. Oh no, it's about 40 minutes-ish. Let's go with that, I think. And it's fine, because it'll be covered up most of the time. Seems like everything. Oh yes, you'll notice I got rid of the musculature. That was... They really let you have all the power to create anything you want in character creation nowadays. Seemingly, yeah. I mean, it was crazy in depth, some of the stuff they have here, and yet crazy lack of depth in other areas. You still can't create just a black person, which, you know, doesn't affect me, but sucks for black people playing this game if they want to create themselves. Japan needs to sort that out, but and also just like some of the depth sort of it swings back round to being so detailed that it's confusing, like nose ridge depth and everything. A streamer I watched once spent about 3 hours in character creation, about 5k people watching. Wow. You've got to have some good banter though to keep people watching for 3 hours of character creation. I already feel like I've gone on way too long with this. I just had the foresight to save something a little better beforehand, but yeah, so I guess that's us. And we're going with an astrologer because I find that funny. Starting game with this character, is that okay? I guess so. Right, I haven't sinned beyond this point. This is all new to me now. Time to start learning the obscure lore. I hope you get further than I did. I hope so too. If I have to stop this LP and sell the game like you did, then not that you were LPing it, then yeah, I will consider that a big failure. I will admit I have been a bit worried about how this will go because as much of a fan as I am of all the Dark Souls games, I've never actually streamed one. I thought I would have by now, but I hope it works well on stream. Okay, the fallen leaves tell a story. You make up the lore as you play. Yeah, kind of. For a lot of people. The great Elden Ring was shattered. Okay. Oh, so...
Across the fog, the lands between.
What are they between? That's the first question.
Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found.
Oh dear. She didn't take her phone with her.
And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish.
Oh dear.
Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring.
This is all feeling very familiar.
The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering.
This is some metal album cover stuff going on here. Also, that is the most, like, sinister I've ever heard anyone pronounce the word taint. That's a very long sword you have,
A war
ma'am.
leading to abandonment by the greater will.
Okay, you... So, because that was capitalized, greater will as a person, I guess?
Rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long lost grace speaks to us all.
Oh. So we got greater will, long lost grace. You'll have to remember these names of people we find.
Chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask,
He seems to have fallen on the floor, but, you know,
deathbed companion,
can't be that brilliant.
the loathsome dung-eater,
All of these people seem somewhat dead.
and Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing.
How smart was he, though, if he's dead as well? Or are they all about to be resurrected? Is that what that chanty man was saying? Who knows? Could be anything. But yeah, it's giving me a lot of Four Lord vibes. The first flame.
Whom grace would again bless,
So easily forgotten.
a tarnished of no renown.
They found the narrator for this by being like, have you met my friend Tom? He sounds like a serial killer. It's cool. That's what you need for a good narrator. Just
To stand
someone who's into it, you know. That's the worst thing would be if he sounded,
and
I guess, like me, just really apathetic.
law.
Oh, we're still having lords in it. Like, you didn't think that was a bit too been there, done that? No? Okay. Elden Lord. Oh, and there we are. Not even really a cutscene, just sort of artwork. I mean, nice artwork, but I thought the whole thing of this was this game had quite a big budget. Maybe not, I don't know. Also, yeah, I've been told, I believe it or not, I actually got this first on... Oh, there's someone hopping around already. On PC, but I was told it runs better on PS4. I hope that's true. It doesn't feel like it right now. But you know, there's only so much I can do about that. Oh, and there's the revolutionary jump button. That'll take some getting used to. Okay, that was lucky. Didn't fuck anything up there. And a crouch button too. Ambassador, you spoil us. No, super happy narrator. That would be interesting, like a children's TV show narrator, but for something like this. Oh, okay, well, there goes that. That's part of... That's... Ah, soul arrow. I mean, rune arrow. I mean, I don't know what that is. Magic. Praise the something. Sure. Yes, I shouldn't compare it too much, but I mean, I don't know. If you have played the old Souls games, that intro really... You know, they've got their themes that they like, haven't they? And they're sticking to them. First things first, do a link and destroy all the furniture. These offend my religion of astrology. Oh, good, and we can still whack people with a wand. Oh, and we got. I was gonna say we've got a little knife. That's not quite. That's not little, is it? Yeah, that's all right. I'm not a complete moron, despite being an astrologist. Good to have a stabby, pointy stick for special occasions. Glintstone pebble. Okay, I'll try and get used to calling it that. Glintstone arc. Ah, horizontal. And those are the two spells we have. And unlike DS1, with FP meter was there in Dark Souls 3, so as long as we have that. Oh, and the compass meter, that is new. How do I get up? I guess maybe like that. So, yeah, FP meter doesn't come back. Pouch. That's all that. Multiplayer. With the multiplayer menu, you can use various multiplayer items. If you set a doop, probably not going to doop that. Status. With the status menu, you can check your level, attributes, and all that shit. The information shown here reflects changes and fuck-ups you've made. Locked in forever. Inventory, that's what I'm looking for. Show large image and explanation. Memory of Grace, okay. Lose all runes, return to the last site of lost grace visited. There's the dark sign. The memory of first grace, which once guided begot bygone tarnish to the lands between. It is merely a cycle. Stand before the Elden Ring, become the Elden Lord. Don't tell me what to do. Actually, do tell me what to do, otherwise I'll be hopelessly fucking lost. I mean, I'll probably be hopelessly lost anyway. Hold on a moment. Item crafting, that's new. We can't even do that yet. Short sword. Kick. Oh, right. the skill it has is you can kick when you have it. I was thought there was a meter, an attribute there for how much kick it has. Cool. Strength and dex D. That's fine. It will do for now. Scripture wooden shield. Guarded damage negation 70%. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna need a bit better shield as ASAP. And there's our Crimson Amber medallion. Can we take that off and see just how much it is? 396 HP to 419 with it on. Just shy of 420. How dare you deprive me of a very lazy, overdone joke. Try item. I just did. Are you ready? Nope. Damn it. Gonna have to get used to interact button being on triangle instead of X. Opens only to those carrying a finger. Motherfucker, I've got 5 on each hand. Depending on if you count a thumb as a finger. Which for my benefit in this instance, I do. Alright. Oh, it was probably you, wasn't it? The big glowing person. Tarnished Tarnished. That's not going to get difficult to say. Tarnished, wizened, wizened finger. Couldn't I just name that something a bit easier to say? Like, gross wiggly digit. Though the path be broken and uncertain, claim your place as Elden Lord. Got to stake someone else's finger, it seems. I did stake it. I guess you meant steal, but yeah. Oh, the old door openings. Am I about to be pounced on by something? Surely not quite this early. Certainly early, but not. Chapel of Anticipation. Feels like they've been anticipating the cleaners for quite a while. This place is a pigsty. Oh, hello. How did someone die here? I'm going to be saying that a lot, aren't I? Oh, that's how. That'll do it, yeah. Don't go jumping off. Behold, trap. Yes, it does seem that way. Be wary of traitor. Right, okay. So somebody put a message here saying, jump off here, there's a secret, there's a special secret. And many people died that way. And these people are fighting the good fight against the trolls. I'm sure we'll get trolled at some point by something. It's inevitable in these games. Okay, I see. I want to be better at, like, I'm a big fan of the Vati video lore videos and other people's. So I want to, like, feel like I'm good at analysing all the lore, but I'm looking at, like, all this rubble and stuff going, this probably means something. This symbolises something in the game later on, but I've just started. There's no way I can know fucking anything. And even if I'd known all of it, I probably wouldn't. The door is blocked shut. Alright. I can take a hint. Many people died here. How did you die? Really? You think you would have, Did everyone die that way? I guess this game is new to a lot of people, but... I mean, is this some people's first video game? Like, what? Well, you're thinking about it at least, but you're still... Nah. If Jimmy jumped off a cliff, would you? Apparently you would. Tree. No, that's a flag. Oh, fuck. Yes, that is a tree. Fair play. Okay. Somehow I didn't see that. That seems important. It might also be alive and a boss that I have to fight at some point. Good God. Oh yes, there will be many barrel rolls in this game. And rolls through barrels. And all combinations in between. As for Leroy Jenkins moments, hopefully not too many of those. Because I believe he died. What are you doing, fellow astrologer? Oh yeah? His Pisces horoscope told him to do it. There will be great fortune in your future if only you're willing to take the plunge. Let there be death. Okay. Thanks for the warning. This is going to be the first enemy encounter, I think, then. Or is something going to blow up this whole fucking bridge? Try death. God damn it, people. The message is put the fear of God into you more than anything. Think carefully, try jumping. See, that could have fucked me over. That could have been a troll message, and if you jump on this bridge, it collapses. I didn't think about that till after I did it. No, this looks like a boss arena I'm heading up to. Enemy ahead here. They usually put some, like, simple minions before a full boss, though. Some kind of, you know, brainless hollows chugging about. It says no item ahead. Enemy ahead. Which is it? An item or an enemy? Why is it always futility? Okay, I don't know what that's referring to, but I... Mood. Big mood. Offer bloodstain. No, thank you. We're going to die plenty enough on our own without, still no lover. What? Sure. Try fingers. I've only got one. Well, one that counts, apparently. Wizard's fingers. No, wizened fingers, you idiot. It could be a wizened wizard's fingers. They're clearly not averse to difficult to pronounce phrases in this. Visions of Castle. Oh yeah. I guess we'll go there at some point, maybe. Alright, can't put it off any longer. Time to fucking die. Time for all my talk about how much I like these games and how much I've played them to not equate to any skill at them whatsoever. Not that I ever claimed that, but just in case you were under any false illusions. And playing a sorcery build usually means you've got an advantage, but oh boy, we're not gonna. Grafted Scion Scion. Okay. Fuck. What the fuck happened? Did the game crash? What is... Stuff... I got hit twice. There was a... Is that like a meant to die first fight? But I didn't die. That's the confusing part. Unless I did. I guess I did. Okay, so that's you're supposed to fail there. I wish I could have failed a bit more... A bit longer. You know? I don't feel like I even got a dodge in or anything, but... Okay. This is still the intro after all. I'd die right away if I tried to play. I did like the aesthetic of Bloodborne, so I watched people play that. Yeah, that's often the appeal of these games. They've got great aesthetics, the theming and the concepts behind it.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side.
Really? That's a first.
We found him here, after all.
I guess you didn't find me face down in the puddle. That's some fortune. Hello.
One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring.
Everyone sure wants me to.
Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
Oh dear. But that chap who was super golden said you said he got stabbed. So is that still a thing or? Oh, my fingers are going to be all pruny from hanging around in that. So did that actually happen or was that a vision? I'm hallucinating cloaked women and horses. Or maybe she just said, no, fuck it. Flask of Crimson Tears. Okay, probably not a hallucination if she gave me that. I'm gonna keep doing that for a long time. Flask of Cerulean Tears. Right, I see. Health and FP. That's like Dark Souls 3. Why is it always death? Good question. HUD display. Friend required ahead. Oh, that's how I do that, not by pressing start. Good. I feel like they just keep finding people like us and hope one of us makes it. Like, let's go, you're the hero. Oh, that one died, next one. See, you might be saying that in a joking tone, but that is kind of literally the story of a lot of these games. It's like, certainly in Dark Souls 1, a big part of it is, oh, you're the chosen undead and you're fated to do this. And then if you go in a certain way, you learn that you're not the first chosen undead, and they're kind of throwing bodies at the problem until one of them, manages it. So you're more on point there than you might have realised. Not to say that this game will do the exact same thing, but as I say, they're certainly hitting familiar beats. Although the horse is new, as is jumping. So you've got to give them some credit. But what I was saying about the aesthetic and everything is the Cave of Knowledge lies below. Does it now? Alright, what lies over there? Cave of Porridge. Oh, you're a... Okay. Brave Tarnish, take the plunge. With all due respect, mate, you seem to be a ghost. I'm not going to take great of learning and remembrance. I'm not going to take that many lessons from you. Recall the arts of war and your warrior's blood. I have never read it. Sun Tzu, isn't it? Know your enemy? What is that part of it? No, I wasn't talking to you. Go away. I'm trying to look at the message. There we are. Visions of a head. Okay. But what I was trying to say, if only I had a necessary item. What I was trying to say was, a lot of people play these games for different reasons. Okay, well, he took the... Okay, there's a way of taking the plunge. Don't take the piss about the plunge you take. Take a moderate plunge. But, yeah, some people play it for the whole get good, challenge, difficulty, rah-rah stuff. Some people play it to be trolling griefers, and that kind of sort of overlaps with the get good part. Some people play it for... I just assumed there'd be a third one, but maybe there's only two. Some people play it for like the lore and the atmosphere and stuff, and I sort of fall into that camp. The difficulty and such put me off trying Dark Souls for a long time, but eventually I had to try it. And I'm glad I did, because for as much as it gets talked about, these games aren't... They're challenging and somewhat unforgiving, but they're not bullshit most of the time. Like, there's a way around it. And especially with this now being open world, it seems like you have even more freedom to, if you're bashing your head against something, you can just fuck off in the other direction, find something else. So I'm not sure which is the critical path here. That seems important. Touch Grace. Well, consent's important first. Is she alright with this? Oh, we found her. Rest at sight of Grace. These are the bonfires, are they? Okay. Not quite as memorable. I mean, it's just a weird sort of glowing patch, but I have to say, I think my character looks a bit better now we're going with it. Or maybe it's just because I can't see him that well. Sort chest. Sort your chest out, mate. Okay. And that's all our stuff. Memorize spell. With the memorize spell memory, you can memorize sorceries and incantations. You must have a staff equipped to do... Yep, that makes sense. Jib jabba joo. Your memory slots determine the number of sorceries and incantations you can memorize. You can increase your memory slots by obtaining a memory stone. Good job you didn't call it a memory card. That would have just been a bit silly. Okay, so yes, there's no attunement stat. We have to find an item for it. Alright. Well, we've only got the two, so that's fine. Add charge to flask. Increase amount replenished by flask. Allocate flask charges. Ah, yes, I remember Dark Souls 3 had this. Allocate the number of uses in each of your flasks. You have a set total of maximum flask uses. And then you can split them between HP and FP. So at the moment we got 3 in one and 1 in the other. We could have no health and all spells. For, well, we are a sorcerer at the moment, so I'm going to go with half and half, I think. And use a sacred tear to... But we don't have one, do we? Yeah, okay, fine. Golden seed to increase... Right. So golden seeds increase the number of uses, and the sacred tear increases the amount. Okay. Early day. Is that... Okay, so... time of day is a thing. Past time. Interesting, that's new. Okay, well those are always save points, so I feel a bit, well, safer in investigating back here now. If you can make your way through the door, that's the first hurdle, mate. Right, yeah, you seemed to want me to go down here, didn't you? Take the plunge of learning and remembrance. Recall the arts of war and your warrior's blood. Why would I need to do that? Because I'm going to fight something down here? That's something to work out, actually. What's the full damage going to be like in this game? Because that has varied in this series quite a bit. Very reasonable, it seems. That didn't do anything. So, okay, full damage. We're pretty chill with full damage. And even when it's not, we can actually... there's actually stats we can increase to better negate full damage. Oh, okay. Maybe that other way was skipping ahead then, and this is the tutorial. This is what it seems like. Resting at a site of grace will restore your HP, FP, and cleanse any status ailments. It will also refill your sacred flasks. However, most of the enemies you've defeated will be revived. Yes, that is standard. You can find sites of grace by going where light converges. See, this is why bonfires might have worked a bit better, because light is kind of everywhere. Fire is some places. But just, you know, look... when they say light converges, they mean those little sprites, I guess. These explanations are required in the form of info items and can be accessed from the inventory at any time. Pardon? What quite do you mean by that? Tools, ashes, crafting materials, bolstering materials, key items, sorceries, incantations, ashes of war, which are different to normal ashes, melee armaments, ranged weapons / catalysts, arrows, bolts, shields, head, shoulders, knees and toes, talismans, right, okay. Okay, so you can... yeah, because they were kind of locked to dev messages before. So, everything is an item now. Yes, essentially. Yeah, you've said what I was trying to in far quicker time. Oh, and there's one here too. There's going to be a lot of accidental jumping for joy until I internalise the button switching there. No enemy ahead. You're probably telling the truth, but I'm fucking sus. Yeah, you lying piece of shit. You're trying to get people to think this guy's friendly, but I'm almost certain he's not. He's telling me about the lock-on, so he can't be, right? Even so, I won't be the one to instigate attack. I mean, I said I wouldn't instigate attack, but, you know, I just did that, so... Hello, you look sort of zombie-esque. Have one of those. Fuck me, the power of astrology. Should have read your horoscope. Oh, hello. What were you doing? Just hanging around. Nice. Magic seems as overpowered as ever. You can memorize sorceries and incantations at sites of grace. You must have a staff equipped to cast sorceries or a sacred seal equipped to cast incantations. Casting sorceries and incantations consumes FP. Why are you just telling me that now after I've fought 2 enemies? That seems a little late. I know tutorials are a bit of a new concept to you, FromSoft, but use an armament in your left hand or both hands to guard against incoming attacks. Guarding is especially effective when done with a shield, as opposed to your hands. Guarding consumes stamina. If your stamina runs out, your stance will be broken and you'll look fucking stupid. Clonk. Yep, that's what shields do. Let's try a parry. I told you I don't know if I told you, but if I didn't, I'm shit at parries. Just so you know. It's why I never played Sekiro, because it was apparently super reliant on that, and it's just never something I got good at in these games. Yep, okay, fuck that. I'm a basic bitch. I'm not above admitting it. You can avoid enemy attacks with a dodge roll or backstep. Both of these actions consume stamina. Yes, that's what I was trying to do with the massive fellow, but didn't work out that way. Death ahead. Death behind. Death just everywhere, really. Almost not worth mentioning at that point. Jump. Yeah. Try bow. I don't have one. But I have the next best thing, really. Ah, fucking... Okay. You're telling him to try the bow. Okay, I guess you... Right, okay. Fine. Yep, we're in it now, boys. Okay, so my pebble has quite a good distance on it. Good to know. I like the arrows sticking out my arm. I wonder how long that'll stay that. A lot of people died around here. Probably because they didn't have a means to actually attack him, and so they ran forward and got shot in the back. That would be my assumption. Yeah, it looks that way. Although that guy was a samurai, he had the bow. But the bow is probably not as easy to use as my incantations. Sorry, my spells. Those are different things now. Liar ahead. Is that another case of somebody said there was an illusory wall here? Although I am playing this a little while after the people who jumped right on it at launch, and there is some illusory wall bullshit in this game. Some that was even unintended, with walls that only appear or disappear after hitting them 50 fucking times. Also, thanks Windows for that notification, not like I was in the middle of something. Right, you've got a big shield. Each hand can be equipped with up to 3 armaments, allowing you to toggle between them. Armaments can also be two-handed, making attacks more difficult to repel with shields and boosting effective strength by 50%. Triangle plus L1/R1. Oh, I did hear about that actually. That's a 2-button thing now to... Yeah, okay. Although with a... I don't imagine with a staff it actually affects your power at all. No, two-handing it doesn't. It's only for melee things. Let's try that, in fact. Oh, especially if you're going to turn your back to me. You're kind of asking for it now, aren't you? Fuck. Shit. That didn't go to plan. Luckily, you're a pensive individual. Are backstabs still a thing? Oh, yes, they are. Jolly good. That'll help. Could this be a liar? I'm guessing so. Secret passage ahead. See, is that people applauding the troll, or is there actually a secret passage ahead? I'm not going to hit it 50 times to find out. Also, I worry, like, all these candles are too easy. They're too similar to the Sites of Graces to really... Seek rump. Okay. Fine. Don't think now is the time and place, but you know. Hi, guys. Shit. Oh, dear. Do I have a jumping attack still? Oh, it's not how I thought it might be. Oh, it probably involves the now existent jump button. Hello, that's pretty good. I'm a fan of that. Fuck your living space. You never have anything in these boxes anyway. It's just pointless feng shui. I have to keep an eye on... I notice my FP meter is permanently there, perhaps because it is low. That's quite a good feature to have, because it's probably very easy to forget about that and then realise you suddenly have no spells. You're right, there was no item ahead. And those bags of something are indestructible. You got some sacks of adamantium there, I guess. And this is where Snipey was. Are you ready? No. For him? Or is this going to be an ambush? Whenever there's someone that visible, that far away, I always feel like there's an ambush. Armaments have special abilities called skills. Skills are highly varied and range from powerful attacks to temporary effects. Using skills consumes FP. Skill. Alright. That's not it. It said L2, right? Maybe... Hang on. Oh, if I... No, pausing is not gonna... This is risky. I can still see him, it's fine. Yeah, no skill and kick is the skill. Hang on, no, I'm looking for... Don't come and kill me. Yes, I know that. I wanted that tutorial back. Because... kicking people ain't like it was. Do. About skills. Yes, hello. I'm very glad you're not coming to attack me, sir. L2. Yeah, that's what I was doing, but L2 is... parry. Hold on. I missed something, didn't I? It said... probably meant you have to have it in your left hand or something. Now, why are you coming here? You hack... Yeah, good. Stay over there. Really diffusing the tension. Armaments, so melee armaments. No, it doesn't have to be in your left hand, but... Oh, probably two-handing it. It's probably... Yes, there we are. I'm not sure if skill... I'm not sure if a kick really deserved that much drama, but fine. We'll give it a go. Oh, look at that. The power of a kick to the knackers. I mean, if it was actually in the knackers, it should have killed him instantly, really, but... I'm sure weapons that aren't the starting weapon have more impressive skills. Weak foe ahead. Yeah, kind of. I'm curious, can we switch view? Uh-huh. Oh dear. Oh no, we still do in fact look terrible. We look like we've got some kind of bloating disease. The blood all over our face is a nice touch though. That's new. Put the bag back on, so to speak. I think it's better for everyone. Hello, Mr. Man, digging in the dirt. Crouch to make it harder for enemies to discover you, especially effective in tall grass. Attacking an enemy that hasn't noticed you will cause more damage than usual. Good. Glad there is a benefit beyond just surprise. Stealth, I mean actual stealth is kind of new to these games as well. Not that I have any actual stealth, clearly. Fuck that up. Praise the fingers. Fingers? I don't see any fingers around here. There's a lot of blood. Maybe somebody lost their fingers. Maybe that's what he was looking for. It's like dropping your contact lens. Lost my fingers. Near a back turned enemy. Critical hit. Okay. It's not called a backstab anymore then. But didn't expect arms. Why didn't you expect arms? You can see he's got arms. Hello. Maybe he didn't expect my arms. That's what it was. This looks like a big room for something big to happen. Some attacks may break an enemy's stance, giving you a chance to perform a critical hit. Charge attacks and jump attacks make it particularly easy to break an enemy's stance. Well, we already learned about the jump attacks, so that's all good. And we missed again with that. There we go. Right, that seems different. I know in the old ones you had poise and things like that, but now it's stance. And I don't remember like a... I mean, a strong attack could break their poise, but it's specifically these charge attacks now. Upon dying, you will be revived at the last site of grace that you visited. However, if there is a stake of Marika near where you died, you can choose to be revived there instead. Right. You look like a statue rather than a stake, but okay. That's curious. So we have bonfires, but also kind of other checkpoints with these stakes. Is that what that is? Well, I guess we'll find out, but seems like there's two kinds of checkpoints now. Traverse the mist. There is always mist and fog. Not normally this kind of piss yellow, though, I must admit. Probably meant to be golden, isn't it? Soldier of Godric. Oh, goody. Okay, admittedly you look a bit more like a first boss, but that doesn't mean I should underestimate you. You can perform a counterattack immediately after blocking an enemy attack. Guard counters make it easy to break an enemy's stance. After blocking it. Guard count. Okay, that sounds like something I never got very good at if that was in the other games. My shield is not prepared for you, Sonny. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck. I'm not gonna fuck with you today. No. Okay, right. This is where the game says wake the fuck up. Tutorial's over. Right. Oh, you like doing that one, don't you? Yeah, I'm not going to try this guard counter thing. Not with you, I don't think. Oh, go on then. Oh, what do you know? It didn't work. And I'm out of health, so fuck that. Fuck that for a bag of chips. I should do what I'm actually good at here, shouldn't I? Or what I'm equipped to. Oh yes, and my shield is not prepared for dealing with you. One more hit and I'm probably dead. Fuck. Eat pebble. There we go. I probably made that look a lot harder than it was. Enemy felled. Nightmare slain. Prey slaughtered. All that good shit. Godric. That's maybe a name to be aware of. Oh well, that was... He's dead, isn't he? Godric the Golden. That was that guy. He had a lot of fans. Well, I don't know if these are all his fans. He had at least one fan in a cave. Time for toxic. No, 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 no. Ah, life. Don't give up. I haven't yet. Oh, and we're back here. Jolly good. These games are also very good at the shortcuts and things looping back round in a satisfying way. New strength. Ah, gestures. I remember them. Oh, well, oh, Christ. Okay, that wasn't what I thought it was. With the map menu there, that's new as well. Maps. You can check your current position and terrain and buildings in the surrounding area. You can also freely place beacons of light to serve as landmarks. That... God, I would have liked that in the long dark. Lastly, through your map, you can select any site of grace that you've discovered and travel there instantaneously. However, there are some dungeons and other areas where this cannot be done, because you would be taking the piss, mate. Cave of Knowledge, Stranded Graveyard. Cool. Yes, okay. I feel like that's... The fact that I can zoom out further suggests the map is way bigger than this. And this is what I have so far, which is basically nothing because it's a cave. Show multiplayer status. What? Okay. Oh good, and you have a quick menu for that. Nice. Groovy. Okay. I was actually looking for the gestures. Nope, that's all map. All map all the time. What do we have? Bow? 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 Oh, really? Motion controls. Are we at the... is that... That doesn't work. Already that doesn't work. Is that a PS5 only thing, or... I've never used the gyroscopic stuff with the PS4, to be honest with you. Okay, but you can just pick them from here, I think. Yippee! Point forwards, rallying cry. That's the one I'm probably not going to take much use, get much use out of, so I can switch that with something. Wait. That's a useful one. Could have done with that a few games ago. I'm probably not going to be jumping for joy that much either, but... So what is strength? Oh, okay. Simple enough. Warm welcome? Yeah, it doesn't look as inviting when you're covered in blood. And you look like I do. But it's the thought that counts. Playing with your pals is a sure way to see how strong a friendship is. Well, unfortunately, amongst my friends, I'm the only one who is into the Soul series. As mentioned in the chat just earlier, one of my friends who did try this game didn't get on with it and sold it, so... Which I don't blame him for. Like I said at the start, these are divisive games. They're definitely not for everyone, which is, again, why I'm surprised this blew up as big as it did. But yeah, basically, no one I know is into these much, so won't be much co-op multiplayer happening here. We might well get invaded and such. We will see. Okay, that's completely blocked off. What are you, monkey statue? Goblin riding a goblin. Ah, the imp statues. So that's where they are. And that probably unlocks that. Well, now we know. Hello, you seem to have been burnt from the waist down. Cooperative multiplayer. Well, I was just saying. Use tarnished furled finger to write a gold summon sign. Cooperative multiplayer will begin once you have been summoned by a player from another world. You will take the role of an ally, furled finger. And your objective is to defeat the area boss. The compass at the top of the screen indicates the direction of the summoner. Well, since this is my first playthrough, I certainly won't be offering my services to anyone else, because that's not offering anything worth having. I may call upon assistance, though, depending on how fucked I get. I might have to look into how that works, if it works at all. Online stuff in these games is always a bit finicky, so... Praise the message, and then behold, treasure chest. I don't believe you. It had 9,999 appraisals. Is that one of the 50 hit walls? I don't know. Gonna be a lot of that happening. Oh. Oh, wait. I hadn't finished. Okay, well, I guess I'm done in that room. Fine. Always check what might be an elevator last. I mean, I could go back down, but I'm pretty sure I had everything in that room. Likely something incredible. Don't fuck with me. Didn't expect sadness. More fool you. No Elden Ring ahead. Oh, the game just stops beyond this point. Thanks for playing the demo. Oh. It's an interesting kind of door. Limgrave. Ah, here again. No, this is the first time. Time for attacking. Time for drinking in the fucking scenery. Well, they've got a colour that they like for this game, and it's gold. Clearly. Golden trees. Golden clouds. Golden snow. No, don't eat the golden snow. Game just breaks. We're in the Canadian wilderness again. You can never escape. It not only hard crashes, it hard crashes back into the long dark. That would be terrifying. Oh wow, so is there actual just... I'm not used to there being non-violent wildlife in these games. Oh. Goodbye, eagle. Oh, well, you just kind of popped out of existence. Let's ignore that. And there was some kind of raccoon thing. You're like a rabbity raccoon fellow. You're like a hoppy fox's kangaroo thing. Literally chasing butterflies, pretty much. Well, that's cool. Visions of jumping off. I'm not going to do that, sir. Even if you have placed a skull here precariously. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to gain much from that, although there is stuff down there. I'm very glad you don't have the ability to push me off. Although there were physics on that thing, on the skull, which I didn't realise. Until you nudged it. Well. This is a big fucking area. And it's only just the start. So... the aimless wandering begins now. I've heard tales of how other people have... LP'd this game, and I don't know if there's any right way to do it. Some people have like gone through the map in a grid-like fashion, so you absolutely certainly see everything. I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm not even sure I could, and it doesn't sound particularly entertaining. Going to be a lot of aimless wandering, I think. Okay, so you aren't eagles, you're like more bats. Bat-like things, and I'm betting you're not friendly. Damn. Do we have a sprint button? That's a good point. I haven't considered that. No, I didn't mean to do that. That was clearly not what I meant to do. Yes, okay, so it's on the roll now. And then you can... Yeah, that makes sense. And sprinting does not take stamina, which is interesting. I guess that would take the piss a little bit when you've made the game this big. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, let's try and head in some kind of direction. We found more Grace. She's all over the place. Grace exists to guide the tarnished and lead them along the... Oh, pardon me, proper path. Even now, some sites of Grace retain that power. Their golden rays will guide you along your way. How well will they guide us? Because everything else is gold. Oh no, actual rainbow. Use your map to check your current position. You can update your map with new info by finding new info. Map fragments. At Stellies along the road. Steels. You can also use the map to freely place beacons of light to serve as landmarks as you explore. That's what I wanted to know. So placing a landmark is that actually appears in game, does it? It does. That's great. That is needed, I think. Super useful. And these checkpoints in and of themselves give a little rainbow indication, or gold bow I guess, of the way to go. Useful, useful. I was feeling a little overwhelmed already, if I'm honest. Stepping out here, there's just... I mean, in the long dark, I mean, I couldn't see 5 feet in front of my face most of the time, so even if there was all this space, I didn't see it half the time. Hello.
Oh yes, tarnished, are we?
I guess.
Come to the lands between for the Elden ring.
Are you sure?
You have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless.
It's a very personal question.
Strength of runes, and without an invitation to the round table hold,
Knights of Camelot.
It seems to die in obscurity.
I feel like you're talking a bit to me personally now. Talking about dying in obscurity without a maiden. I think the problem might be calling them maidens, to be honest. I don't know if they're into that, but also what is that? That's a golden horseman. He's got a maiden, probably.
Luckily for you, however, there is one.
Stop going on about it.
ray of hope for even the maidenless. Me, Vare.
Vare.
Take care to listen.
Well, only if you stop insulting me.
With grace, the golden light that gives life to you tarnished.
Yes, it's right there.
May also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction.
Yes, I noticed that too.
That is the guidance of grace, the path that a tarnished must travel. Indeed. Grace's guidance holds the answers. It will lead you tarnished to the path you are meant to follow, even if it leads you to your grave.
Well, you're really breaking the mold from Soft. He had all the build up to he had all the right build up to it, but he did not end his conversation with a sinister laugh, which is kind of your trademark. I thought all NPCs have to laugh sinisterly at the end, even if they're not actually antagonists. But no, he just sounded sinister and then he stopped talking. Almost like a normal person. Almost. Also, I can't tell if you've just got blood on your face like me or you have some kind of skin disease. I don't want to be rude about it, but... You don't look great, Vare. I wonder if we'll see more of you later. Acquire materials, don't mind if I do. In each area you may find effigies of martyrs. These effigies are summoning pools. You will find it easy to summon other players at these locations, as co-op and hostile summoning signs created with small effigies gather at summoning pools. Right, so can you only summon people here, or is it just more likely? This summoning pool is now functional. And yet, I see no signs, but there's probably not much not much point here. Oh! The berries are what I'm acquiring. In every corner of the lands between, you will find fruits and flowers, mushrooms and butterflies. Butterflies aren't strictly materials, but okay. And various other useful materials. These materials can be used for item crafting. I figured. Row a fruit. Row a boat. Tail. How did you die of tail? Well, you were rolling like there's no tomorrow. And then something with a tail killed you, maybe. Okay. Hang on, let's figure out what row of fruit do before I start picking up tons of them. I hope picking up like crafting materials can't make you over encumbered, otherwise, oh god, we'll be down that road again. Consumable, material used for crafting items, easily found everywhere in the lands between. Berry-like red fruits that grow in shrubs. But you won't tell me what they're used for. Okay, I probably should have expected that, being a FromSoft game. Okay, well, we've got the Site of Grace up there, so let me just check how long we've been going for. I figured this would be a longer than usual stream. nearly 2 hours. Okay, so let's go say hello to Golden Boy, and we'll call it there for part 1, I think. I'm definitely gonna have to do a bit of wandering off stream, I think, but it's difficult to know because I really don't want to run into anything, good off stream. Much like the Long Dark, I will hopefully get a better feel for how much I can do off stream as we progress. So for now, I probably won't do much at all, but one thing I can do is get my ship pushed in by this guy. Yep. I figured this is probably going to be beyond my... What's that? Glowing skull? What? Okay, I don't know what that's about. Praise to something. Alright. Hello there. You're gonna fucking kill me, aren't you? Oh, I was gonna try stealth, but I think you've seen me. Oh, here he comes. Was that a cow? Oh god. Tree sentinel. Fuck, I thought you were a regular enemy. You seem to be a wandering boss. Okay. Shit. Oh, fuck. Did not prepare for this. Oh my god, you're not like... and there we go. Of course. Wouldn't have been a part 1 if I didn't die at some point. And I mean outside of a kind of scripted death. Yeah, he's real. He's not fucking about. Eesh. Tree sentinel. Okay. Honestly, the cow distracted me. Upon dying, you will be revived at the... Yes. You will drop any runes in your possession at the sight of death. Yeah, corpse running. If you die again before reclaiming them, then you're fucked up. The compass at the top of the screen indicates the direction of the lost runes. Does it now? That's very useful. I do want to get them back. I don't even know how many I had. It can't have been much at this stage, but also they're valuable, so... Okay, so that's what they look like, little trees. 609. Well, we have no way to level up at the moment, but still, worth having. Okay. We'll come back to you. We'll give you another go. Next time, I think.
Hey!
Oh god, don't call out to him. You don't normally do that. They're not normally voiced. Are they all voiced? No, they're not. I don't know how I feel about you having a voice beyond death grunts. Huh. Okay. But that's the way the rainbow was pointing, so that's like the critical path through that guy. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are much better to deal with. Trees stop looking so golden over this way, don't they? Well, most I'll probably do off stream is grab some berries and avoid this guy, I think. But anywho, that is the start of what will probably be a very long journey. Cheers for watching. That statue appears to not have a head. There's probably some lore to do with that. Oh no, it's... He might have a head. He was holding a person. I couldn't see from that angle. It's a statue of someone holding a someone who's pointing up at something. Probably the heavens. If I had to guess with how statues do things. Ah. Well, fair enough. Right, we're in it now. No turning back. Cheers for watching then, and might see you next time.